This is a guide for getting the Tower Efficiency achievement in Dawn of War 2 Last Stand mode. The main technique presented here does not require anyone else already having the achievement. However, it does require at least one other Tau player, preferably 2 others. Your Tau character must be at least level 12. First of all, you need to be a somewhat sensible tactician. If you've never managed to defeat Last Stand mode, then you need to work on your knowledge and skill first. Look for some guides. Even better, look for gameplay of people who know what they are doing and think about what they do. Still, the main strategy I have been using to help people get the Tower Efficiency achievement has proven to bring it into reach for many people. They have helped me optimize the technique, and now I feel it is ready. Let's get to it. Here is the team build that you want. 3 Tau, all in heavy armor. That's the armored battlesuit. You, the guy who's going to get the achievement, will need twin-linked plasma rifles and the anti-armor missile pod. There's minimum level 12 requirement as well as the achievement for squishing 100 enemies with your dynamic entering. I also recommend you take the targeting cluster for improved accuracy and greater damage output, and coolant injectors so that you can travel faster with jetpack, since heavy armor can weigh you down. That's levels 14 and 10 respectively. Don't take a drone. Your battle brothers will need to go with a matching setup of twin-linked flamers, heavy armor, coolant injectors, and a couple other items of war gear that specifically avoid making your job harder. I'd say go with ion battery and energy core. Your allies should have no problem getting this gear. It can be done without the networked weapon interface and even without the coolant injector if there are 3 of you as Tau commanders. No drones, they just mess up the balance. And that's it. This is only one possible team build for this achievement. I have found it to be most effective from my experience, but you might find other war gear to be necessary. For example, for some people it can be difficult to get up to wave 16 without the stimulant injector, the thing that gives you health near death. If this is the case, then feel free to change the build a bit. However, be sure to keep your 3 Tau commanders at matching armor and health. Your doppels need to be similar enough to die at the same rate, and the weaker the faster, hopefully within 5 seconds. If you don't have a 3rd Tau player, then go with, or hope for, a Tyranid player. Hive Tyrant armor and health closer to Tau commander values than other characters. And yes, you still have a decent chance of getting this achievement with a random 3rd player. Just be sure to tell them what you're doing, and to stay away during wave 16. Right, I'll tell you now. Here's the secret. On wave 16, you want your friends to jetpack on top of the doppelgangers as they spawn in, stunning them. You want to use this time to anti-armor missile the backmost doppelganger, whilst your character shoots at whichever target as well. Jump, stun, missile. But first you have to get to wave 16. This can very well turn out to be the hardest part, especially wave 14. Your allies will burn all the infantry and jump around like crazy to disrupt as much infantry as possible and reduce potential damage. They've got the light stuff. You need to focus on anything heavy. That means the Space Marine Captain on wave 4, the Zoanthropes on wave 8, and the Wraith Lords on wave 12. Your twin-linked plasma rifles with the increased accuracy are surprisingly effective against even Wraith Lords. Anti-armor missiles have a small splash radius, so you use them to take out some clumped medium infantry if you need to, such as Space Marines with plasma rifles or Tyranid Raveners. On wave 9 there will be lots of Banshees. They will be easy for your fire-wielding allies to defeat. However, you need to pay attention, because these 6 squads of Banshees appearing about 20 seconds after the start of the wave will indicate the exact same location that your doppelgangers will spawn on wave 16. So, watch out for the Banshees and take note of which direction they spawn from. Maybe even ping your allies. Wave 14 can be considered the most dangerous part of the plan. This is a Tyranid wave. Raveners are the greatest threat here, as they can shoot you just as effectively as you can shoot them. Stay together. Home up with your allies and move deep into a corner. The east spawn point has some nice cover. Kiting may be necessary. If you don't know what that is, then find out quick. Okay, when your screen is crowded by heavy infantry in the form of huge orcs, that's when you need to remember which spawn point. As the last enemies of wave 15 are being cleared up, get all your allies over to that spawn point, a couple of steps behind the actual gate. The doppelgangers will spawn with less than a second of delay after the death of the final orc of wave 15. Whichever Flamer Tau has declared himself the first to jump must time it well. Click on the jetpack ability, wait for the enemy health bar to vanish, then click on the ground. The Doppels should spawn right in the middle and a little deep, further from the centre of the map. As soon as he lands, he needs to walk back out so that he can get distance enough to jump in again. The other should click to jetpack on the Doppels as the other turns to walk out. Jump, land, turn. Jump, land, turn. Jump, land, turn. This will keep all three Doppels in a perpetual stun for plenty of time. Your role is to ignore your energetic allies and fire your anti-armor missiles on the back doppelganger. That's the one furthest from the gate. Hitting the back guy gives the best chance of dealing the splash damage to all three. Your Tau commander will likely automatically shoot plasma at one of the front two targets. You might have time to get a second salvo of anti-armor missiles off. Aim for the Doppel with most health. If everything goes according to plan, then you should see your Tau commander obliterate the doppelgangers in 7 seconds flat, each falling within 2 seconds of each other. The achievement can take a few seconds to pop up, so be patient. And, if something did go wrong, you can always try again. It is only going to become easier and easier until you finally get it. Good luck with it.